All right, all right, all right. We're back. Internet went out. We are back, and we are back. Man, look at that. Ran the data high there at the 495s. Well, well, well. Still could move a little higher here. ES still not running the data high. Yeah, the Matrix got me, River Rat. The internet went out. Yeah, that sucks, MK. As soon as I got off, it ran through the data high, or as soon as it blinked on me. And I couldn't even, there was actually another 30-second long setup there that I wanted to take. And the internet went out, and when it came back on, we were already up here. So I was looking to take this close above here. But it's all right. And of course, it worked right away, right? Maxi lost. That's right. Maxi lost the fight. There was no fight. Internet just went down. I don't know what happened. It just said, I'm out. And I was like, all right, I guess we're out for now. I guess we're out. So the ES did not run the data high yet. I'm expecting us to move a bit higher here. 517s might make sense. 530s, obviously. So if you summarize, you wait for the sweep, then the close above the FEG, and enter with a stop at the bottom, more or less. You can MK. So like in this scenario here, we want to see so this is called a one setup for life. We sweep the high or the low, right? So we swept the low first. So now the idea is most of the time we're going to come back to the high. So if we get an inversion, which we had here, we close above, which we closed above here, I entered, and then your stop's a close below. Now, if you're 100% confident that we're going back to these data highs, you never move your stop. I'm not to that point. I always protect my capital and move the stop. But you could put your stop here and target here, and that's still a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So that's the idea. And that happens way more often than you would expect. Way more often. Well, that would be a huge stop, right? You would be, if you put it at the swing, your 34 handle stop, 434. So it's a 1 to 1, or you could even target up here and make it a 1 to 2, and that makes it much better. So scale some here, leave a runner onto here. Probably once we run this, just put your stop at break even. Several different ways to play it. Because I take larger size, because I'm trading minis, I don't have the ability to look for the full run. Most of the time, I'm just looking for some of the run. I don't need the whole pie, I just need a slice. And, you know, it's kind of how that goes. You prefer to put your stop and profit at 2 points when it reaches 6 points. Yeah, that's pretty close. We're back, Clarity. Yeah. 6 points, I would say, like, I mean, I think that's okay on momentum, but that is pretty tight for Nasdaq. Pretty tight for the Nasdaq, for the old nasty. The problem is here, ES did not, I mean, we have another bearish SMT here with the ES. It did not run the data high, so I expect us to continue to move a bit higher. Still expect us to move a bit higher here. How's it going, Rat Lord? The Bitcoin chart, you know. Where's that fella at that kept asking me about, what was that guy's name? You know what I'm talking about, Rat Lord? What was that guy's name who was in your stream asking you to pull up all kinds of charts, and then you sent him over to my screen, and he said he thought I was a bot? I don't remember who that guy was. River Rat, yes, I'm on the 2 minute. Would you not consider a short being bullish here, but have a bearish set? 2 minutes. I mean, if we close below in the 2 minute here, then, I mean, like, it's a reasonable short. The problem is the ES, I mean, we do have a bearish SMT with the ES, but I don't like that. I mean, at this point, I would like the ES to have ran those highs because we ran them. But ES still didn't run the lows. It left equal lows there. So I don't know. If we close below here, it'd be reasonable to think that maybe we pull back into the 50s, 58s. If you pull a little fib on this leg, if you can pull it the right way, that's always best. So if you pull a fib on this leg, maybe we come back down to retest the 50s, retest this inversion. That would be a decent target. So kind of this swing here, maybe 57s. But I would like for this gap to hold and maybe us make another manipulation leg higher. I think that makes a little more sense than the short here at this point. I'd like us to run some of this liquidity up here first. We don't have to, because also if you fib this leg on this move down, right? Where are we at? We're already in OTE. So is a short okay? Yeah, it's fine. Does it meet all the, does it check all the boxes? Not all the boxes. We're not delivering from anywhere. But, so we did sweep some liquidity. We swept the data high. We're not delivering from anywhere. So this in itself would probably be like, still an A setup, but just like a flat A, not an A plus or anything like that. I don't remember that guy's name at all. So I would like the long here. I still like us to move up more. That would be my idea here. Obviously, we don't have to, but that's kind of my thinking. Right, Lord, how we doing this morning on the stream? You already done? I lost all my viewers to the disconnect. We had like 130 people in here. Now we got 38. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you fellas. Boys and girls. Right, Lord, you get that 100-point trade today? You always strip me out. I always rewatch Rat Lord's stream. And he's like, I'm going for 100. I'm going for a record 108 points today. I'm over here like, I'll take my 9 points, 10 points. I'll take my 22 ticks. I still need 4 more trades, guys, but I don't know if I'm going to find them. I don't know if I'm going to find them. So there's that push up. There's no entry here for me. I mean, unless you're taking a bounce. Like, this does kind of make sense to hold, right? We got the 200. We got the VWAP. We have a fair value gap. We shifted structure. So, like, if you wanted to take that bounce off the VWAP there, I think that's a fine entry, right? Kind of a stop there. Could kind of target the high. I mean, you could get maybe a 1 to 4 out of this if you wanted to. You don't trade oil normally, but in short right now, looking good. Nice job, Matt. I think Black Beauty said that she got the oil trade in this morning before the market even opened. But Frank, I don't know if you're here. You're asking me, like, how is that more leverage, or how is copy trading 3 at a time higher risk? Pretty simple answer to that is you are risking 3 accounts at one time instead of 1. So we're risking losers on 3 accounts. That's all. That makes it higher risk. Doesn't mean it's a bad idea. It's also a higher reward, right? Higher risk versus higher reward. Mainly trades, probably not today, unfortunately. I have to pick my kids up at 2:45, so I can't stream the power hour today. So I probably will just stay away from the charts, to be honest with you, after the FOMC, even though there'll probably be some opportunities. I don't know. Just probably stay away from stay away. Long ski, Gabriel. I think if you're going to take the long ski, it should have been for that bounce off the VWAP and the 200, holding that fair value gap there. I think that would have been an okay long, but we'll see. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't. It's not my model, but I think this is an okay long. Like if you took the bounce off the 200, the VWAP with the fair value gap there. Like I said, you really expect the ES to run that high. Considering, wow, look at this. I just noticed this, guys. You see the triple equal highs right there at 499.75 right here. Okay, 499.75. Yeah, we literally have triple equal highs, almost quadruple equal highs are right there. That's going to for sure run through there. Oh, the temptation is real right now. It's going to run through 499. You was asking if you only have to find 2 trades a day, can you win? Yeah, of course, Frank. That would make sense. And that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Yeah, I don't blame you, Bassett. We do have these equal. Man, this is so tempting. This is so tempting here, guys. It's 100% going to run through here. How does it get there? We don't know. But it's going through 499.75, no doubt. And now that I'm not in it, it'll directly go through there probably. But yeah, it is also a higher reward as well, Frank. So, I mean, it kind of evens itself out in that sense. You took the long mat. Let's go. I mean, like if I had saw this and then saw this setup, I would 100% hit this, even though it's not mine. It's not my model because this is going to go here. We know that. I mean, that's 100% going there at least. You know that. I didn't notice that. I just looked over there and saw that when I was trying to see if this was an equal high. I think the push through the 520s makes sense here. Push into the 530s maybe. ES ran the data high, so be careful. Protect your capital here because we could turn down here, but we'll see if it wants to continue higher. Again, ES did run the data high there on that push up, so. Could continue higher here. Is just kind of grinding. I just didn't want to, like, I don't know. I didn't want to chase it there, but I think that's a safe chase, like what we like to call a safe chase there. Stop would have, I mean, risk to reward would have been bad, but that's a safe chase there. 100%. It's going to run through there. We know that. I can't believe I didn't notice that earlier. If I had noticed that earlier, I definitely would have taken this. But we didn't know. We didn't notice it, so we didn't take it. It's all good. Maybe some of you had a sharper eye than me on that one and saw that early. I did not have a sharp eye. All right, let's check on Nutty. How's he doing today? All right, we'll check on Kiamber first. Kiamber's red, $98. He's probably still working on it. Let's see what old Nutty's doing. Looks like Nutty had a tough day yesterday, as we all did. No trades yet, doesn't look like. Let's toss Nutty a like. Let's go check on Alpine, see what he's up to. Anybody still in the long? Trying to rip it? Yeah, looks like he did fine this morning. Patrick is MIA. Should go over and tell them to come here with us. Where's Patrick at? Is he not, Patrick's still streaming? I have self-promoted before. I don't really do it so much anymore, Gabriel. But I used to jump in streams and be like, yo, I'm streaming. I mean, some of you guys are probably here from me doing that. Like, I'd go into Cammy's stream. Like, Nutty didn't care either. Oh, Patrick's not streaming today. I think he might be sick. I think he might be sick from what someone said. Be back tomorrow makes sense. You got a tummy ache. Eating too many cookies. I do kind of feel bad about the 30-second that I missed there. And then I find, man, I wish I had saw that. Because it's difficult. You're out now. It should have break. Not enough energy. Could be. ES pushing up to the 57s. Next level in the ES, 60s there. ES is kind of inching higher here. I kind of feel like we still go higher. He was going to promote but didn't know a way to say it. Yeah, there's no way. There's no chill way of saying it. You just have to say, yo, I'm doing this. Come on over. So, these right here, Frank. These triple equal highs. If I had saw that on this pullback and hold, I probably would have took the long there. Little 20-point play there. Not the appropriate condition that deserves to waste time and energy on. Yeah, true. This is just chopping higher, guys. This, I mean, we're probably not going to be streaming too long today, guys, because I'm not going to put my capital at risk. I'll show you guys what I've done so far. Show you guys what we have done so far. I think we took a trade on 28, 220 bucks, so we're now $500 away. We took a trade on 38 because those two are linked together. This is a fresh one. We took a trade on Elite Trader Funding, 175. 175. These are the fresh 100Ks. The goal on those is $200 a day, just like all the other ones. We took a trade, obviously, on this one, a couple trades, 85. And these two, oh, they didn't copy either of these? It's supposed to be copying across these evals, but for whatever reason, it's not. That's strange. So it did not copy across those evals. I'll have to figure that out. I've not had great success full sending evals lately. So on that pullback trade, did you not take the candle? Would you have entered on? I would have waited for the candle to turn green. So I would have waited for the candle to turn green. I wouldn't have just blindly entered if I was going to take it on knowing those triple equal highs were there. I would have waited for one of these to turn green. That sort of thing. You go ahead. Anyways, that's kind of the way we would have traded it, but we didn't. I mean, like, I don't like taking trades that aren't our model, but like in this scenario, like, oh man, actually on the 1 minute, look, yeah, there's still just 3. No, I think, yeah, there's 3 on the 1 minute also. It's just on that right there, that's so clean. Would have been hard not to participate in that. Yeah, Jamie, it's not great today. Carlos, I like Apex a little more. Just give them the edge just because of the scalability, the number of accounts that you can have, 20 versus 3. And I don't like the fact that Topstep has not corrected the micro to minis yet on Quant Hour and Rhythmic only. They've only corrected it on Topstep X as far as I know. But I do like Topstep, and I do have funded accounts with Topstep. I just like Apex a little better just because of those reasons. That's all. And also price. Just try and get featured on Topstep YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure they only put people on there that are what do you call it? Exclusive partners. Topstep is, I mean, I don't think they're expensive. I mean, $50 plus $150, $200. I mean, it's not too bad. I think it's reasonable within the market. It's kind of in line with the market there. The pretty face is gone for just a few minutes. You can do without it for a few minutes. So, yeah, I like Apex too. I mean, like, it's just a preference, right? It just depends on what your preference. My mama was taking Max out, so I don't want you guys to see, you know, a person flashing in and out behind me. Oh. Needed at all times. I don't know, guys. I'm trying to decide. What do you guys think? I'm thinking about taking a trip down to Orlando this weekend to watch the Magic play the Cavaliers. My girlfriend's son is a huge Cleveland fan. As I told you guys last week with the Braves game. Thinking about doing that and then maybe taking in a Rays game while we're down there. Maybe go down there for 2 or 3 days. What do you guys think? Should we do it? Should we go watch the Cavs play the Magic in Orlando? It's what I'm considering doing. Yesterday was a bloodbath. Yeah. Yeah, Sorrel, that's kind of the thing I'm thinking of right there as well. So, you're in Greater Cleveland. Cavs will probably win first round. Yeah, Joey, it's about a 5.5 hour drive, Gabriel. It's not too bad. He'd have to miss school, which is fine. He's fine with that, trust me. What do I want to do here? Come on, rip it down. Try to take a little scalp there. Would have hit, but oh well. We got a few bucks on it. Guardians were number 1 in the MLB. They were, yeah, but we beat them. Can't watch this price action. I don't blame you, Clarity. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it. He'll have to miss school, which, I mean, he doesn't care. I'll probably check him out at like 10. I think the game's at 7 or something like that. The tickets are not that expensive either, especially the tickets to the Guardians game. Those tickets are cheap. To sit behind home plate's like $80. So, yeah, we've never been to, I guess St. Pete is where the Tampa Bay Rays play. We've never been to a Rays game. So we're trying to visit all the stadiums kind of before the kids are grown there. Trying to visit all the estadios. So we took another little scalp there. Like I said, it would have worked for the full 220. I just I paper handed it and closed it. I wasn't like 100% sure in the setup, but we'll take it. $70. Moving on to the next account. I'll show you guys what I took there. Well, we'll just drag it over. 30-second had two gaps in the leg. Small risk, only 5 points, right? 6 points. I took the close of below. I waited for it to retest, and then I entered. Was only looking for 5 points, but when it didn't go right away, I hesitated. I wasn't 100% confident. They learn how to drive, yeah. Jason will be 15 in a couple of months, so he really will learn how. Hey, man, get in there and drive, dude. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping, guy. We might get a long setup out of this. I'm not sure I love this, though. He has tapped the 60, which was the next level up. So, like, if we closed above this, let's think of this logically. Did we sweep liquidity? Yeah, we did. We swept these equal lows here. We tapped into a fair value gap. So if you think the draw is higher, you could take this. But what do we always talk about? We were long here. You'd rather be long there? You had another long setup right here. So would you rather be long down here at these or up there at that one? Not saying it won't work, but we're so high in the leg. We're already in OTE, so I don't love the long up that high. Let's go. Only trades. You demand too. Oh, let me bring my face back up here. There we go. There I am. Oh, let me straighten my shirt up. Oh. I went to actually went and bought some more shorts yesterday. I don't normally do that. Went and got some clothes yesterday. What's up, Absent Trades? What's up? Now, I think if we close below this 2-minute here, I think that's an okay entry. It's kind of confirmation, right? That maybe we're going to move lower. And we talked about earlier good targets down here in like the 57s area. That puts us in the OTE area or maybe a retest of this inversion down here at the bottom. So I don't hate this. ES did tap that 60 area there. We ran the data high. So absent what we got going on. Entered at 502 with 15 micros. Sell up 700. Let's go. I'm turning into a perma bear? No. I think we do. I think 46 makes sense. I mean, really it does, right? But we are very choppy today, guys. Very, very choppy. So be careful. I mean, it's just a really bad choppy day so far. Kind of thinking, where's equilibrium at? So we didn't quite get to equilibrium on that leg there. There was a little 30-second long setup here, but again, for the reasons I mentioned before, I just don't want to take the longs. There was a 30-second long off the VWAP. It did kind of hold this gap here as well. I'm not taking it, but probably will pay. You got a new strategy. That's why you got entries at 502. Oh, nice. You gotta test that puppy for a while there, though, Absent. Don't get too overboard with it. You got to give it some testing. Live testing. Yeah, Absent, you can feel free to share it. It's all good. We don't mind. Jump over there in the Discord. Send it to us. We're probably going to do a 12-hour stream like next Friday, guys. I'm thinking next Friday, as long as nothing's going on next Friday. 12-hour stream it is. You're already testing your demo. Yeah, it's a little bit different. I mean, like, I get it. Demo's the way to test it first, but I'm just saying. Works in the funded. You going to send it to me? Yeah, send it to me, Absent. Send it over. We'll take a look at it. Oh, man, I am so tempted to take this long here, but I know based on the things I talk about, I don't think that this makes, I don't think the long makes sense. Do we have to revisit this high? We don't have to. We talk about that all the time, right? We talk about that all the time. We don't have to revisit this high. We're still inside this external range, right? We've not ran the high or the low of this external range since open. So this is open. We pushed up. We did not run the high from the pre-market. That's your pre-market high. And then we have the low down here. So we're still in this external range here, just chopping around. Just chopping around. So if you guys didn't notice, what I'm doing right now is I've linked one new funded account with one funded account that's already up $800,000. The idea is link those two together. If I get those to $1,600 in payout, then that means the second funded account will be up $600 or $700 when I start it. I think that's a decent way of doing it there. Still not copying. Don't know why. Oh, I was wondering why my stop loss is so short. I've got it. The tick's wrong there. All right, I'm going to try to target. I think I'm going to front run it. I'm going to target 59.50. And my break-even stop will be not really a good spot for a break-even stop, to be honest. Just have to be the target, I guess. Come on. You gots to be kidding me. Get through there. I might take it off. Let's see. Should run through there. There we go. And again, I didn't want to take it down. I was starting to do this wick here, but I was like, I don't know. I should have taken that on the other accounts too, but I didn't. Up 1.2K, let's go. You'll turn it into a strategy for you, and you can ride the skis in Cabo. Oh. I like this entry here. This little bounce up retest. I mean, like, closed below there just by a tick or two, but nice momentum on this candle. So, could sell down to the lows. I just took the low-hanging fruit there, a little 8, 10 points, whatever, 9.5. Let's go. Nice job. I do not know why this is not copying, though. That's annoying. Why is it not copying? I have no idea why. I don't know why it's not copying. I have no idea. Yeah, I did click run. It's making the noise in my ear where it goes doo-doo-doo-doo, meaning that it rejected the order. Not sure why. I'll need to mess around with it, I guess, and because I'm trying to copy it across those other evals, and it's not doing it. So thought process there was, like, if I get this one to 2,600, then the evals will just be passed at the same time, right? But I don't know if it'll be a long here for me, Gabriel. I would like to see the ES run the data lows. So we know the ES left the data lows there at 5,044.50. It left equal lows there as well. I know on the ES that doesn't mean as much, but I'd kind of like to see the ES pull back here, run those data lows. Us run the 412s. Might be logical. We could bounce here, though. We are in an OT of this leg, of this internal leg. If we don't know a draw on liquidity, this is an okay way to play it. It's the way you should play it if you don't know the draw. And right now, we're not quite sure of the draw, so I would like to see it to continue to move down. So We'll see what happens. We'll see what Mancini has to say. He just tweeted out an hour ago. Good level-to-level action to start. It's all noise until 2 p.m. Tons of big volume ahead. 50.43 was support today with 50.60 first target where I warned to lock in those gains. We hit it and dipped. 43 support, weaker now. Must hold to keep 60 alive. I think it wants, I mean, I would like to see it sweep those data lows. This is what I would like to see. Around 432 for a bounce. We closed below 442. We could go up from now. I'm just saying, like, just in my opinion, I'm waiting to see if the ES will run. It may not. ES has a ways to go to get to those data lows, so it may not. Yeah, just sideways. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So if you are looking for a long, I think there is a 2-minute setup. Nope. 3-minute. Yeah, there's a 3-minute setup here. Let's refresh it just to make sure. So that would kind of be your long. I mean, if you think about this one logically as well, like, are there equal highs anywhere? Not really. Did we sweep liquidity? Sure. We swept these lows here. We swept this low here. Are we delivering from a fair value gap? Yeah, we're in the 1 hour. We did test the inversion here as well. So, like, if it did close above, that would be pretty strong looking. I would anticipate on this holding. But, you know, I'm an idiot. What do I know? Limit for 5 at 450 to buy. 437 point drop yesterday. Market needs a breather. I agree. I mean, you would think that it might put in a higher low here. I don't know. The market likes to run external to external, right? So to me, it ran the low. I don't know. This is an interesting one to me. Oh yeah, we did have news at 8:30. I didn't realize that. Why did I not notice that this morning going into the open? I didn't even notice that this morning going into the open right there. There was no real entry. Oh, we're on the 3-minute. I guess I could look at the 1 minute and see if there was an entry. Same play there on the news, though, at 8:30 this morning. We created that wick, and then we ran it, and then we put in another manipulation leg. There, I might have been looking for a short entry up here if I knew. I didn't even realize there was news. I think I overlooked that. 50 holds. We'll see. I don't know. If anyone needs something to listen to while markets aren't tradable. How do you add a sim account on Quantower? I don't remember. I can't remember. Alpine knows how, though. I do not remember how. I think you go settings here. I don't remember. I don't use Sim, so I don't know. You're in 20 mics. Well, I hope it bounces for you. I hope it bounces for you. I don't see it. Non-farm payroll to Friday. Non-farm payroll Friday. You stop for the day plus 65 points. Let's go. Nice job, MK. Yeah, it sucks absent. I think that's a difficult spot to long. I mean, like, just because the ES left those equal lows and the data lows intact, I don't see how it doesn't run it, at least test it. And so that's why I'm thinking 412's the draw here. As you know, like we were talking about external there, and I got distracted, but we ran the low, we ran the high. What's the next obvious area to run? the low again. So we talk about that all the time. The market likes to run external to external. You know, if you're trading level to level, that's kind of an okay way of doing it. But some reason you've always gotten demos to 7 and 8 figures. Yeah, I mean, JX, that's the thing. You're not alone there, buddy. You're not alone. Everybody does that. The demos are a lot different to trade than your live account. So 21.5 limit. Yeah, I agree. I think it's down too, Gabriel. We looked at the chart this morning. Kind of expected maybe to maybe get a push up. I thought we'd clear out the 30s and then maybe go down. One thing I didn't notice was this news candle from this morning. I forgot about the 8:30 news today. It wasn't a very big news event, but it's still, 50-ish points? Yeah. I forgot about that at open. That probably would have changed what I was looking for at open there. I would have been a lot more aggressive with the short to this low this morning if I had noticed that. 412's incoming. That's the thing. You can know where the market's going and still not get an entry. We were short here. You know, it's in hindsight, you could be like, oh, man, you should have held. But we're just looking for the low-hanging fruit. We just need a part of like I said, a piece of the pie, not the whole pie there. So, hold till June. The trick is to pretend the lives are demos. Yeah. 800,000? Goodness. No, I haven't gotten mine to that. Hold till June. Short now. Get the Diamond Hand account from Elite Trader Funding and hold till June. Come back in June, see how you look. We got a pivot point down there at the 390s. Why does the market do this? Why does it do that? It's like it wants to tease you, right? Little double bottom. Yes, Elite does. It does allow swing trades. You got to buy the account that's called Diamond Hands, and you can hold it overnight. I don't know if there's any other prop that does that. Is there? So right here, Diamond Hands. They got this 100K account. Daily loss is 1,500. Profit target's 5K. So pretty. 2 minis or 20 mics. This is how it works. It's kind of expensive, but hold overnight and weekends. So a little bit expensive, but you can do it. Those are included in the sales a lot of times. All right, so Rail, let me hook you up with the Cash App. I think you know why I was like, that's weird. I think you know why. I was like, what? Let's take care of you here. Make sure I got it right. Okay. I mean, this wouldn't be a bad chase here, to be honest, because we kind of left equal lows there. We should run back through there, but the ES did run the data lows on that push down. You're all set, Sorrel. Stop 60 plus. Let's go. You swung crude and took negative 4.5 in overnight funding. Goodness. What's the 1 minute look like here? I mean, this may not be a bad long. Let me see what the 1 minute looks like. And get it pulled up in time. No, the 1 minute's not clean. You probably got to wait for the 3 minute here. Let me check the 2 minute while I'm waiting on that one. All right, you could take the 2 minute here. 2 minute seems okay. You'd like to see the 2 or the 3 both close. This is a pretty wide stop. Pretty wide stop. 20 handles there. Man, why can't I keep refreshing this? This is annoying. 8 minutes until the London closes. Komodo, we got FOMC later today. What's up, fish lips? Responded to my message. What, on email? Yeah, I'd send it to the address you sent me, unless this is wrong. I mean, I'll pull it up and see. Let's pull it up and look. I'm trying to watch the 2 minute here, but like it's not. Okay, finally loaded. Goodness, I got to make a decision here on the 2 minute. Do we want to take this or not? We're watching the 3 minute here and the 2 minute. The stop on this trade is big. 20 handles. I don't like it. I do not like the stop. I don't know, fish lips. I thought I had sent yours first. I don't see it on there, though. Oh, wait. Is that a J? That's a J. I think I put an I. Let me see. I think I thought that was an I. But I still don't see it. I don't even see where it was sent. You feel dirty when you trade CFDs? Maybe a 30-second short. I don't even have 30-second chart pulled up. I mean, let's pull this up here and see. Still need to pull back a little more, I think, before we consider a short there. Am I going to around? No, I'm not, Komodo. I'm not going to be around. 3 minutes about to close above. 2 minute as well. Two-minute closed above there. See if the 3 minute can kind of close above there too. Three-minute really needs to close above here too. One minute left on this 3 minute candle. ES is kind of approaching the VWAP there. See if the ES can pop that VWAP or not. $51s on the ES, VWAP at 52.50. See if this thing can go. Looking weak now. Come on. Was hoping for a little trade here, but didn't like we're going to get it. We got 1 minute until the frickin' London closes. Hopefully that doesn't kind of wreck us here on this close. Rip it up on the London close. Come on. Rip it up. Rip it up here. Come on. Let's go. Oh, yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. Forgot about that. All right, let me send this money to Fish Lips. I'll figure out the other later. Methodical man. All right, Fish Lips. Should see it there now. Collector, urgent warning to everyone. It's time to buy all the stocks. Buy, buy, buy. We'll see. One contract on the 50K. Yeah, one or two. They have micros now, but only on Topstep X as far as I know. You're in sub 1 cent wallet. I'm just looking for a quick, not even like 7-10 point move here. I'm not even looking for a lot. So I don't love the lack of momentum here though. ES is at the VWAP. If it can pop it, we can continue higher. Hindsight sucks. Yeah, I mean, that's how it works on everything. All right, back above the high of this candle here, 56. I will go to break even. Don't want to risk too much here. Should go back if it can get back above there. If it doesn't, then I don't really care to be in it. There we go. Break even. I don't know. Stop this out. That's all right. We gave it a try. We gave it the old college try. What was that? I just heard a noise like we entered a trade, but I don't see any trades on. No break even. No, I like the break even. I mean, I'm okay with it. Stop's just too big, to be honest with you. That's the only reason why I'm playing it in that fashion. I'm not going to give it a whole lot of room there. I mean, it probably goes, but I don't know. I just don't love the size of the stop. We're looking at a 20-plus point stop there. So while I don't hate the trade, I don't love the risk. That's all. All right, Predator. We'll see ya. Got to get RC Cola. 3 Musketeers. You're going to nope out until Powell opens his trap. Yeah, it makes sense. Just too big of a stop there. I could have taken it on the 2-minute, but even on the 2-minute, I mean, the stop is still 20 handles. So, just huge risk there for the reward. I don't know. I'm okay with just taking it off break even. Protect my capital, even though it went. Like, I feel okay about it, right? And that's fine. Collect your trade data and do some statistical analysis. Listen, whenever I take it off too early, it always goes. But this was okay. I mean, we created a swing. I waited for us to move. Now, of course, I could have waited for here. But either way, it would have been the same result, right? So, it's fine. Find out when you have those scenarios how often you get stopped. Yeah, I should probably write that down. No, I don't look at the Dow. I could probably write it down and keep up with it. But if you're still in it, let's think about kind of a target right there, right? 470s would make sense, just below VWAP. I mean, that's in OTE. That's the top of this gap here. So, or you could kind of take it at that gap. We left relative equal lows down here. I think they're off by a tick or two. 412. Yeah, they're off by a tick. We need software that does the opposite trade, then we all be millionaires. Yeah, exactly. Based on the percentages, right? Based on the percentages. Let me measure the leg in the ES. ES almost hit equilibrium there. Close. So maybe get a little further push up. Let's go over here and look and see if Nutty ever took a trade. Looks like Camber's gotten it almost back to break even, down $13. Calling out the 508s. Maybe. I mean, like, seems okay. I mean, to me, it probably, I mean, the annoying thing is we should have ran this. We'll see. Of course, it's just going to go now that I'm out, right? Not a huge trade by any stretch, but not even a 1-to-1 yet. W pattern, yeah, W pattern. You know. It's all right. I'm green, so I'm not mad. $32. I don't really remember where OTE was, right? Kind of at the top here, I think, this down close candle, 71s. So pretty close to it right there at the 200. Let's remeasure just to kind of make sure. I didn't quite tap it yet. 470s. ES did tap OTE. So a short here wouldn't be so bad. If you guys have not already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We appreciate it. Like I said, we'll be dropping the video today or tomorrow outlining how we did this month. Obviously, you can see the payouts right here. But we will see how we did. We'll see how we did. I can tell you that we had a record month. We did have a record month. Thanks to you guys and gals. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the support. All the support is appreciated. Is it good practice? Enter EMA? Is it? I don't know. Elvis. I don't use the EMAs for entries and exits. I typically use them for like targets. So like if we're trading into the 200, I've only got the 200 on here. If we're trading into the 200, I might try to take profit there, especially when the 618 lined up with it. So let's go. Lakshan Fernando, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Love the value you provide. Use my code. Let's go. Appreciate you, Evelyn. We appreciate you. I'm kind of like, I'm not super happy with my trading this week, guys, to be honest with you. I've done a few FOMO things and a few moving my stop too early, taking trades off. Like, I'm really going to try to work on that next week. It's one of the things I'll work on over the weekend. Especially when I'm on a larger time frame, 2 minute or 3 minute. I got to trust the trade. Got to trust the trade. All right, we might get an SMT here because the ES is almost ready to run the highs there. So let's see. It's the good luck code. McLevin, you only use the EMAs or any moving average as a reminder not to long or short too far from it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You got 90% FOMO and bought 3 more. Let's go, only trades. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, guys, if I don't think I'm going to get two more trades in. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of unhappy with how my trades are today, yesterday. We took a loss right there, $95. And why did I take the loss? Why did we take the loss there? Let me see. Where was it at? So, like, this is the stuff I'm unhappy with. So I entered here. It didn't go. We're only looking for 5 points on this trade, right? We pulled back. We retested the gap. We bounced. I took it off here on the bounce. This is a 30-second chart, keep in mind. But, like, was there any reason for me to cover this trade? No. I have to be better than this. I mean, like, I'm looking for 5.5 points. So, like, right there, we would have got the 5.5. Instead, I took it for a $95 loss. So that's the frustrating thing that I'm doing sometimes. I got to stop doing that. And, like, when you get closer to payout, that's when you're more likely to do stuff like that, right? As you get closer to payout, you start making those little mental things start messing with you. You don't want to take a loss. So, nice job, Absent. Nice job. So, frustration's real there. Should have had a $220 winner. Instead, we ate $95. We ate the $95. So, I don't know. Got to get back. Got to be better than that. Gats to be better than that. Trust the trade. Trust the entry. I had a hard 10-point stop there. Never. I don't want to say it wasn't close. We ate, well, 8 points, 7.5 points in drawdown on that trade. So only looking for 22 ticks. I mean, I don't know. It's got to be better than that. Trust the trade. That's right. I got to trust the trade. And typically I do. On a day like today, though, and a day like yesterday where, I don't know, I felt like I got wrecked a little bit, even though I did okay. I don't know. It's just messing with me a little bit. I need to, I got to reset my mindset there. Reset the mind. Yeah, the 512 line and didn't buy. Yeah. Well, I wasn't buying at the 512. I was marking this out as the close above. So I was looking for that to hold a support, and it did exactly what I thought it would do. I mean, I buy on the close of the candle, which is here. So this is where I buy at. So, you know, I wanted that to hold a support, and it did. That's the only reason why I drew that there. And it did exactly what I wanted to do, and I shook myself out. That's all. Just shook myself out. It happens. It happens. So I'm just like, you know, it's just one of those things where like I just I don't know. Some days are better than others in that respect, you know, like you gotta trust the trade. And like one of the things that the reason why I was a little iffy about it was right here. I entered with the ES kind of like here. So it tested the VWAP, pulled back, and then pushed above. So on this push back up into the VWAP right there is where I kind of covered. So I'm always watching the ES. Sometimes it does shake me out of trades because I'm watching the ES and I'm like, man, the ES is at the VWAP, even if we're not. Just got to get better at that. That's all. Dun, 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 dun. Jalen, we're looking pretty good. We're down $95 on one account. We're up $220 on 4 other evals, or not evals, PAs. And we're up $270 on another account there. Let's see here. Little pullback there. Clean this up a little bit here. Took your first trade on the PA. Let's go, Jalen. Nice job. You were scared. You took this buy from 445. Nice. Yeah, 445. That's a solid entry. 445. All right, let me see here. Yeah, there was a 3-minute here. There we go. Is it too late to jump in on this? Yeah, I need to size down too, JX. I'm thinking about actually doing that. Like I said, I want to get to payout, but I don't need to be there by Friday, right, realistically. If we get a retest of the 63s here, I think I'll take the short. Something like this. Actually, probably there. So I'm going to buy this on a retest if we get it. Or sell on the retest. Actually, now that I look at it, if I'm selling on a retest, it really should be like right there. If it's the target first, it's just going to go without me. This is a valid trade. I just didn't see it that quick. It's not that big of a, not that obvious of a gap either. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, JX. I'm thinking about sizing down. Look for buys at 53. That would have been perfect. You would have been looking for the buy where I'm selling. Or where I'm kind of getting out at. Yes, at the VWAP there. Pushing down, pushing down, pushing down without me. I mean, the stop there wasn't bad. It really wasn't. And I could have jumped in. It's around the 10 handle stop, even where the candle closed at. I think we run the 412s here now for sure. Close negative 50. You're also taking on Alpine's token approach in terms of the cost of the evals, the activation. Yeah, I guess that's true. Of course, you guys know we didn't take it there. We didn't get tagged in. I didn't want to just jump in there. I wanted to get a little pushback up entry there, little retest. 150 PAs and no payout. Woof. Goodness. That's rough. That is rough. It can happen. It can happen. Maxie, come on, man. Maxie, hush. in from 33. God knows his evals. I was getting mad at myself for being on. Yeah. Who knows what the evals are on that? This looks okay. Okay-ish. If we can inverse this, I mean, we're kind of delivering from a 2-minute gap here. You can see the double leg gap. You see the double leg gap here in the 1 minute. So, like, if we hold that. If we can hold that. Back to OTE on that leg there. Switch over to the 2 minute. We need to hold this gap here and then inverse that back to the upside. But we'll see. Greed and fear kills us, yeah. I didn't accept the loss yesterday, JX. I blew an eval because of my refusal to accept the $400 loss. The idea is if you take a loss, you just walk away. And that's why I put that $95 one away today. I'm not even trying to get that back. It's $95, not a big deal. So if I had just put the account away like my rules say to do, then I would be starting today with 5 PAs that are, that one obviously would be, $800-900 away from being at payout, but who cares, right? I'd still have it. Instead, I couldn't accept that loss. And I doubled my size. Did all the things I'm not supposed to do, basically. So that's what and that's the thing. I didn't even take it on a setup. Yeah, Diego, we may look for lower lows. This is just not a setup that I could ignore. We have swept several lows on the way down. Nothing important. And we're holding this gap. So if we do close back above here, I think that's a fair trade. We do have relatively equal lows below. So there is that. We'll just see what happens. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. If you are interested in supporting the channel, we got all the links down below for all the prop firms there. Check those out. And there's the link to Trade Day if you guys want to trade Day. They got decent. I don't have them in the description yet, but that's the link for them. I just pinned it up there. Now, conversely, if this pushes up and holds this area, and then we close below on the 2 minute, pretty well can be sure that we're going to go to the 412s. That could be an option. It's actually not one in the 2 minute. That's going to have to be a 3 minute. Yeah, 3 minute. 3 minutes down here. Something like that. So we'll kind of see what happens here. Could go either way. I mean, my lean is we probably run the 412s. That's my lean, but the market can do whatever it wants to do. $15 micro sell, nice. That's the thing here. I'm going to have to jump in on momentum here if I want to jump in at all. Like, it's not going to give me an entry. I would have to jump in on the Momo. The Momo. The shock of the hour Momo. River Rat 15-minute may close below. Are we going to get a shock of the hour Momo? Do we just take the short? I think so. I'm not going to take the 12s. I'm going to take before the 12s there. I'll probably move the stop once we kind of hit below these bodies of these candles here at the 420s. We'll move the stop there. Got a minute left on this. Powell's in 2 minutes. Is Powell speaking in 2 minutes? I thought he wasn't speaking until 2:30. You sure about that, JX? I'll have to check. I may kill this trade if I don't know. Let's see. 2 hours. Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait a second. Man, I thought this thing was just going to go on momentum here, and I probably could have had a better entry. I want to see it close below here. Wanted to see it go quickly. Now it's going. All right. Now we're at break even, so can't lose. See if it runs or not. Should just continue to run here. Get through the body of those candles. There we go. There we go. We'll take it. I swear I keep hearing more than one beep, and like it worries me when I hear that. It worries me when I hear that. Trust the trade. I'm trying my best, Absent. Trying my best. I could have waited on the entry on that one. Well, actually, if I would have waited, yeah, I guess we would have been enter here. Probably would have been the same idea, right? 10-ish points. Hey, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Musaba Al-Qatari. Musaba Al-Qatari. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Let's go. Pivot point down there at 89, maybe. ES testing the 43s. I'm showing my pivot point on TradingView down here at 89. It's not showing up here. The one on here is showing up down there, but I'm showing one on TradingView at 89 there. ES testing the 43s. If the ES can lose the 43s here, then we go down. Go down to the 30s per Mancini. 89 on Ninja 2. Nice. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up here. That happens a lot of times on Quantower. I'm not sure why, but we can just manually put it on here. Good thing I got it pulled up on TradingView, right? Boop, boop, boop. Let's make the line a little thicker. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. We'll just manually put it on there ourselves. Nice and bright. And again, I just kind of take the low-hanging fruit there, right? Now, why did I take that trade? Well, like, I wasn't going to take this trade on just this alone, right? I took the trade because we pushed back up and we held this gap. Once we held that gap, that lets me know that we should sweep this low. So still an inversion play, still within the reason, within the rules. Just, you know. Did the 1 hour close below there? I think it may have. If it did, we can. Oh, so close. I did not quite close below. Very, very close to closing below. Let's check the 4 hour. Now, see, the 4 hour did inverse, so I don't think the 1 hour means that much. So I'd expect us to maybe end the day down here in the low threes. 308 seems like the next draw. Doesn't mean you can't still trade the range, because at the end of the day, we're still going to have push back up, push down. Just be nimble. Just be nimble with your trades there. Try not to do anything cray-cray. Up another 700. Let's go. Harvesting the markets. That's right. Nice job, Absence. Call them out, Absent. I don't mind. I just, I'm only going to trade my setups. So don't think I'm ignoring you, but I'm just trading my setups. That's all. I don't mind you calling out everything you do. That's all good. Do it. Congratulations. Exactly. Trade your own. Trade your own. Could have took this long here. I mean, there is a 2-minute long. Does it make sense? Probably. To some degree. For a pushback up here. ES bounced off 43, which is support. I mean, the long here makes kind of a lot of sense into this area. I don't even have to fib it to see this, right? You don't even have to fib it to see this. If I pulled the fib out, I'm going to guess that that comes pretty close to OTE there. That gap with that wick. So it's in equilibrium between OTE and equilibrium. That's a great target on this move back up. And what do we leave down here though? Equal lows. So yeah, no worries. Make me rich. Trade your own, but I get nervous when I hear you enter a trade where I am the opposite. Yeah, Frederick. I'm wrong a lot, Frederick, so don't let that get you nervous. A lot of times it'll probably work. 400 strong resistance plus round number. Yeah. Yeah, we tapped 399 there directly. I do think we continue lower. So like my idea for the next trade would kind of be a push up into this gap, hold, and then we can look for a move back down. If you took the long there, which I didn't, I think it's reasonable. We are currently in the lunch hour. We are currently in the lunch hour. I think we push into the 445s here. We'll see. Just look at it. What's the minimum size for an IFVG to be valid? Ariana, I like it to be 4 to 5 handles at minimum for me. But that's just me. Minimum 4 to 5. Really like 5. Depends on the side, what chart we're on. The 1 minute, we want it to be like 4 to 5 handles. 3 minutes, probably like 8 to 10. The higher in time frame you go up, you want it to be a little more obvious, right? So that sort of thing. You could have taken this entry here. This was a fine entry on the 30-second chart. You would have got long somewhere around the 20s. But I don't know. I didn't take it. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. Only Trades is a big fan of yours, Ariana. He's a big fan. He loves your music. He loves your music. Probably you want to see this gap kind of hold here. This will be a tough short to take. We did not get to equilibrium. If we tapped into this, then I think it'd be okay. You kind of want to see that gap hold. So I'm going to sit on my hands here. We are outside the kill zone, you know, that sort of thing. So I'll just sit on my hands here. We want to see this hold, push back up. Mr. Please be honest. Do you think it's wise to just buy one eval and trade it until you pass, or buy two, use different risks in case one account blows? Komodo, it depends on where you're at in your trading journey. If you think you can pass it, if you're very early on in your trading journey, I don't see anything wrong with just trading one at a time. I don't see anything wrong with that. And I think you should stick to one strategy. So if you're unsure what strategy fits your personality and you're still trying to nail that down, then trading one strategy on one and one on the other is fine. But you could muddy the waters doing that. I really feel like you should find one thing and try to perfect that. Whatever fits to your personality, find that thing, perfect that, use that, trade one eval at a time when you first start. I think that's completely fine. So my cousin Husk, who is a newer trader, he's trading one eval at a time. He traded an eval 25K for 1 month, 17 days. He traded that 25K to get it passed, but just trying to find consistency. He's trying to find consistency, take his time. And I think that's perfect. That's a perfect way to do it. And he passed it. Took him 17 days. He passed it. Now next week he'll have that account funded. And he'll start out trading that. So pushing here. Let's see if we can push through the 445s. Once we get into the 445s, I would consider short at that point. Use money you earn from multiple accounts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. You take care of it. If you buy multiple evals, you don't treat them like they mean anything. I do the same thing. I mean, I did the same thing, right? So that would be my target there, 445. You could, of course, target higher if you wanted to. I think it's logical for this to turn back down in this area. So obviously if it closes above this gap, it very well might go back to this high. But we've kind of been putting in lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of we're just grinding lower here. So let's just see what happens. Apex, sticking to the 30% rules, but with different number of trades per day. That's perfectly fine, Robert. All they care about is the actual number of profit. That's all they care about. Could I explain if I saw a setup correctly on the 4-minute? IFVG created on 11:08. Let me look at the 4-minute first. 4-minute. I don't even have that time pegged there. IFVG created 11:08 candle, got inversed at 11:40. Yeah, I mean, Ariana, you can, but here's the problem with this setup, right? Number one, is this gap obvious? No, this gap is not obvious. It's only 5.5 handles, right? Number two, let's look at the lower time frame. What is a better entry? Waiting for that 4-minute all the way up there, or taking the 1 minute or the 30-second, which is probably cleaner here. This is why you got to be looking at all the time frames at all times. You need to be watching the 30-second, the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 3 minute, the 4 minute. You need to watch those all of those. And whatever the setup appears on first is the one you take it on. Now, if their setups are the same area, so if the 30-second and the 1 minute both have the same size gap, they're going to close in the same area, then maybe you wait for both to close for a little extra confluence, but you don't have to. So let's look at the 30-second chart here. So this would have been the chart that I would have taken this off of. So that's your gap. You gotta keep into mind here. You got to take both gaps in mind here. So the stop is reasonably sized, a 15-point stop. But on the close above, which would have been right there, you entered. You took a little drawdown, 6 points. Your break-even stop in your scale is right there at that wick, which we had marked out. That's 20 points. So that's your 1-to-1 on that trade. And then your ultimate target is this swing high here, right? Or you could maybe target this swing, this little wick right here inside this gap at the 66 for a nice 1-to-2. So like that's the way I do it. I start opposite of how you normally are taught to do things. A lot of people look at the market from the top down, 4-hour down. You take the largest time frames first, and that's not how you want to do IFVGs. You want to really be watching the lower time frames first, 30-second, 1 minute, because are you going to rather? Now I'm just using I'm using this leg. I realize you were talking about this leg, but same idea, right? So do you rather be long here, or do you rather be long here on this level? So this is a much better entry than this is. That's why I don't like those higher time frames. That's why I don't like using those, because like by the time you're taking this trade, we're in OTE. We're already in OTE on this leg. We're already in an area where we could turn back down. So that's why I don't like it. I don't like that like that. A 50K account, Topstep, $49 eval is a real deal or not? Yeah, it's a good deal. So you can look all in. You get 20% off if you use my link. If you use my link. 20% off. We could make an indicator for that. Yeah, probably. I'm sure there could be one. But that's kind of how like I look at it. I don't, now keep in mind, I am a little more aggressive than most people when it comes to the IFVGs. I'm taking ones that maybe are, might be a B setup, a C setup, whatever. But that's just me. You don't have to be that way. Why the 17444 first target according to your rules? Is that what you labeled the internal? Yeah. So basically, if we're looking at the 30-second or the 1 minute, I like to look for wicks inside fair value gaps, right? So like if we're looking at this trade here, if we just look to the left, let's say we entered here on the close of this candle. What's the next up close candle to the left? Right here. Well, that wick also happens to rest inside a fair value gap, which makes it a very good pool of liquidity. So like that would be your break-even stop and your scale. Now, the way I would have played this trade was I would have entered here. We pulled back. We created an internal swing here. So as soon as we broke the swing, I would have moved my stop to break even because that's how I do it. So as soon as we broke the swing that we created here, I moved my stop to break even. Now it's too close to scale. So you still scale here. And then your ultimate target could be here. But that's how I pick those areas out. Now, the only reason I did not take this trade is because we left equal lows below. And with equal lows below, I don't want to take a long. I mean, it's just how I do it. Hey, appreciate you seeing look. Appreciate you. I guess you have to improve it on choosing the correct ones to inverse as well. Yeah, I think if you start with the lower time frame, then it helps. So you did see the perfectly equal lows as a risk. Yeah, that's well, that's one of those things. Like I don't mind this leg taking a long because I actually entered on a long too, but I used the 3 minute. I used the 3 minute, the lower gap down here, and I entered here. And I got shook out. I mean, you see me take some drawdown, and I just shook myself out. It continued to go, but... And I do that sometimes. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Trust me. So... And here's the other thing, like this 1 minute here, would you want to be taking this long here? No. So I've got it marked out because I thought it might hold. But if we close above, the chances are we might run to this high. But this should not be an entry point. Your entry has got to be down here somewhere. It's got to be down here. You want to be buying in discount and selling in premium. And that's it. If you keep those two rules, it'll keep you out of a lot of losing trades. So I want to be buying in discount, which just means low. And I want to be selling in premium, which just means high. That's it. If you keep those rules with the IFVGs, you will stay out of a lot of the losing trades. Because if you're buying in premium, not a smart idea unless you know, let's say we got triple equal highs, which we had earlier. Like, you know, if you got triple equal highs or an obvious draw on liquidity, 4 hour equal highs or lows, 1 hour equal highs or lows, 15-minute equal highs or lows, or, you know, like I said, data high or lows. I mean, like that's the only way I would ever do that. Or it's the only way you should do that. Not saying I don't do it because sometimes we do. So like on this move back down, did we hit OTE? Yes, we hit OTE. So now you can use the 3 minute. The 3 minutes the only clean time frame here. It's the only time frame with a singular fair value gap. And it's obvious. This gap is probably what, 10, 12, maybe 15 handles. Let's see. 13 and a half handles. So this gap is obvious. We pushed up into OTE on this leg. We're delivering from a fair value gap because on the 3 minute, we hit this fair value gap here, right? So like this is the way I like to take the IFVGs and just think of them logically. That's all I do. I can think out loud with them. Like, are we in OTE, which is premium? Yes, we are. Did we sweep liquidity, which just means an up close candle? Yes, we did. We swept this one, right? So we're delivering from a gap. We swept liquidity. If we close back below, that can be pretty much tell you, that can be pretty obvious that we're going to go back down here to 399, which are equal lows on the 1 minute chart. So that's the way you should be thinking about it. So your super secret, not so secret superpower for seeing will hold is looking for the footprint of the gap. Past your Topstep account. Let's go. Nice job, Janelle. Appreciate you. You also placed a limit on the 3 minute, but it didn't retrace. Oh, that sucks. You switched over to the 4 minute. Yeah. Where's the 5 away? 5 top 5? Is that just by, yeah, this is just a one standard deviation band from, this is a 200 moving. That's the VWAP, and this is that one standard deviation band or whatever. I think it goes down now, but who knows, right? Who knows? If this closes back above here, then you think we might make a higher high here, but my intuition tells me that we probably, I mean, think about it. We just look at what the market's been doing, right? What's the pattern? You know, high, higher, low. Well, that made a lower low, but lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. I guess I ran out of ink, but you get it. We only had one swing broken today since open, and that's that swing there. Other than that, everything's held. But that's really the easiest way to trade the IFVGs and keep yourself out of situations where you're going to cause a bunch of losses. And I mean, it's not that, I mean, think about it, guys. It's not that hard. It really is not. Trading's hard, but finding setups that are A+ and only taking those, not that hard. The mental part of it, holding the trades, holding for that stuff, that's the hard part. Where's the giveaways? Room, we did those yesterday. We hit the 3,000 mark yesterday. Where were you at, Room? Where were you at? Only use the force, young Panamanian. Oh, you got out negative 15. I mean, I'm going to wait for it to close. You know, like this is just my strategy, but obviously we're in the lunch hour here. So like if we were going to see some sort of reversal today and make higher highs, now's the time for it to happen, right? Because a lot of times the lunch hour gives you, that's where the reversals come at. Either 10 a.m. or the lunch hour. Lunchtime reversal is a thing. So, bought 50, so let's go. It's like poker. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them, right? No, I did yesterday a room. That was the day before when I ended early. We ended at 1. We did them. I actually started the giveaway before we hit 3K yesterday. We were like 7 away. I started the giveaway and we blasted past 3K to like 3,010. And then we did the giveaways. I don't know where you were, room. Where were you at, room? Where were you at? Know when to add Connies, 10 Connies and let it run. Yeah. We try not to put the 10 Connies on the table if we can get away with it. We try not to. There will be other giveaways, though, room. There will be other giveaways. Another buy at 448. So you're expecting us to move back up? Absent? I mean, we might. If we hold this and we inverse this, we could continue to move up. Now, here's the thing. Am I buying this on a close above? What we just talked about? No, I'm not buying that. Not buying or close above. Because we're already in premium. On this leg, we're already in premium. So the only way I'm selling, the only thing I'm doing is looking for a sell on an inverse of this gap. That's all I'm doing. So we inverse this gap. We can be pretty sure that there's a decent chance we're going here. So our target would be 34 handles. Our stop's going to be a close back above, probably 20-ish handles. So a little 1 to 1.5 on that. 9K in April. Are we in profit now? No, room beats. We are not in profit. We are a little ways away. We will be in profit after this month if things go the way I think they go. So we should be in profit then. Now I'm only counting my trading profits. $200 is a 10-point stop, 40 ticks, Joey. I'm only counting the trading profits. I'm not counting the affiliates. If we were counting the affiliates, then we're in profit already, but we're not doing that. We're only counting the trading profits. That's it. VWAP. I mean, we could get it. It could still push up and close above this. Right now, we're just between two zones. And my lean, based on the trend, is down. We inverse the 4-hour. Doesn't mean we can't pop back up. But I think we probably end the day down into 300 somewhere. Maybe 308 would make sense. But who knows? After FOMC, anything can happen, right? We're probably not going to get very much happen today until FOMC. Let's keep in mind, let's look at the economic calendar, what we got. I mean, the next news, 2 o'clock, FOMC statement. The market probably is just going to chop around and not offer much until this. And then we got the press conference at 4:30. So between 4 and 4:30 is going to be extreme volatility. And then probably once the press conference ends, 2 and 2:30 will be extreme volatility. And then after the conference ends, 2:45, whatever, 3 o'clock, we should have a pretty solid power hour. I'll probably have to miss that. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, FOMC is today. 55 does seem pretty strong. So I don't know, based on the fact that we're in the lunch hour and FOMC is at 2, I don't know if I'm going to take any more trades. Trading is mainly about sitting on your hands and staying on the sidelines. Yeah. Only 3 points fair value gap, but still was too good to pass up. Yeah. Are you talking about right here? I mean, that one's okay. Like I said, I probably would have used the 30-second chart for this one. I don't even count that as a gap to me. So I would have been on the 30-second chart. I need to flip a couple of contracts, I guess, if I don't get any more trades. We need to flip a couple of Connies. What do we go? 32. Let me see. Trying to see what accounts I did not get a trade on. Oh, did I get a trade? I got a trade on all of them except for 32. So only 32 is the one I did not get a trade on. I don't know. Maybe I will take one more trade. We'll see if we get an opportunity. And again, if this pushes back up and inverses this, then I'm still looking for the short. I'm just going to be switching down to the lower time frame and looking for a short in the 1 minute instead of waiting for this. VWAP, 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 it could. Ariana, if it was me, I would use FX Replay. I mean, it is like $30 a month, but it's worth it. FX Replay drops you into the market in random spots, and you have to read the market, find the inversion, trade it, and it gives you real-time stats. You know whether it worked or whether it didn't, that sort of thing. So I do like the FX Replay for that reason. Pushing up there into the 200. Yes, at the VWAP here. There was a small 30-second short set up there. I didn't have the nerve to enter it. Would have already hit my 22 ticks on it. It does look like there's equal lows. I don't know. You do well in back testing. Use FX Replay as well. It's just when it comes to seeing things live, you tend to FOMO in and take a lot of bad trades. Yeah. I'm not quite sure why that would be, though. I mean, like, man, I want to take this short so bad on the 30-second because we got equal lows below at the 44425. There it goes, right through there. I didn't take it. Oh, well. I wanted to find a spot to take it, but that was a decent spot, and I just didn't do it. But that's okay. Let's switch over to the micros. I'm just going to use this day as a flip day on that account. I've got 7 trading days, and we need or 8. And so I need a trading day today for that one. All right, we flipped it. You're currently day 3 on your 1 month live test, though. Yeah, no problem. About 51. I was looking for the short there. I don't know. I thought that would work, the 30-second short, and I don't know. I just didn't hit the button. So, and that's okay, right? We don't have to. I'll show you guys what I was looking at on 30-second chart. We delivered from that fair value gap above. So we zoom in here, you can see what I was looking at. Right here. Swept liquidity here. We're delivering from this gap above here. Close below here. We have equal lows at 440, 425 right there. So like this is a great setup, and I just fumbled it. I just didn't take it. So 12.5 points from your entry there on the 30-second. Like this is a beautiful setup. Reason why I didn't take it is time of day, FOMC, that sort of thing. But this is a great setup. Equal lows below. Sweep of liquidity. Deliver from a gap. Inversion. Like you can't get any better than that. Even though it's on the 30-second. We're in premium. So that's what I mean when I say you got to be watching all time frames. Also, where did these wicks rest? Inside a fair value gap. So, like, I don't know. I just didn't take it. I'm wounded. I'm wounded. Oh, you missed your short by 2 ticks? Oh, that sucks. What's up, Holby? You bought 446. What are you typing? I don't know. I'm wounded. Still got the equal lows below. I think we trade down to those, in my opinion. But we'll see. See, the 30 seconds trying to tease me again with another short setup here. Gap's only 2.5 points. I don't know. The gap is only 2.5 points here. So let's run through right quick what we're looking like. You guys see we're at 470 here. Unfortunately, I tried to copy across these other 2 evals. It did not work. So we would have been up 470 on those as well. Elite Trader funding, we're at 170 on this funded account. Looking for 10 points a day on this. PAs, 220. 70 minus 95 plus 50 cents. Actually lost money on that one after the fees. No trade on that one. That one's not linked to anything. Plus 50 cents. Minus 95. 70. 220. So we're about $400 away from payout on 2 of those. A little less than 400 on one, like 330. and then 400 on the other. The other two need like 7 and 8. We got Thursday and Friday to get those there if we want it on this cycle. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have to have it on this cycle. As long as it's in this month, it counts. So whether or not I get there by Friday is completely irrelevant. Do I want to get there by Friday? Yes. But do I need to? No. I don't need to. I don't have to. So that's the way I'm trying to set my mindset here. I'd love to get 1 or 2 to pay out by Friday, even 3 or 4, but I don't have to. And that should be fine. So I was like trying to get there. I want to get there by Friday, but I don't have to. And that's the thing I'm trying to remind myself. Like, it's not a race. If I don't get there by Friday, say I get there on Monday, then it still counts for this month. I just won't be able to request the payout for, until the 15th. So I'm fine with that. Completely fine with that. In my opinion, guys and gals, I think we're just going to chop around here until the FOMC. So I think I'm just going to take my profits and walk away there. I think that's the smartest thing to do. Come back to fight another day tomorrow. So if you guys haven't already, hit the like button for me, subscribe. If you are interested in supporting the channel, we got the link to the Discord, which is $10 a month, in the description. We got all the coupon codes down below. They're going to give you the best deals on all the prop firms there. That's going to do it for me today. We'll be back tomorrow. I will probably drop the video tonight concerning the revenue for April. For April. So if you guys are interested in that, look for that video coming out. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you guys watching. And be safe. Be safe on the FOMC. Be safe. Don't risk the accounts.